I feel like a lot of times, based on your sexual identity or who you choose to love, that like kind of hinders the way that somebody will support you. Like they may blame you because, that probably happened because, you're doing stuff you're not supposed to be doing or something like that. And I feel like that kind of circulates in the Black community. So instead of like fully supporting because you're Black and I'm Black and we're both humans, it's more so like, okay, well, a Black woman, like, we gonna support her, but, like, a Black trans woman, like, what really did you do? I feel like there's almost that push where we need to be convinced a little bit more that they're victims. So I feel like support just has to go across all boards.
It does. I don't understand how people can look at someone and tell them that their sexuality devalues their life. Yeah. Like, how does that happen? How does that work? How do you say, oh, you're heterosexual so your life matters, but like that doesn't make sense to me.
And also, like, I think what I read, it was something like they wanted to dismantle cisgender privilege. And if you don't know what cisgender is, that just means I was born a female and I still identify as a female. But I honestly had to look it up because I'm like, what privilege is? But it names certain things like going to a hospital and being like feared of not being able to be treated because of just how you identify. Like that's a real issue, and that's still a part of Black Lives Matter. It's not just about police brutality. It's across all boards, women in healthcare, children in schools and stuff like that. So yeah, I just
not
it's
being
heavy in here.
Not being identified as your correct pronouns. Like it's a lot deeper than that, and like being able to have the maturity and the respect for someone to acknowledge their pronouns just says a lot in general. Like I see it a lot now. Some people even put it in their like Instagram bios and stuff.
And that's people who are not even a part of that community who do that now.
Right.
I think that's just a sign of support too. I think it just kind of makes like it's required for our work signatures, like that our pronouns are in it. Like that's a staple part of our signature. So it's like the world is changing and people have to change with it. Like people have to be more accepting, and it is hard because just like it's literally the same situation. Like people were raised as racist and they continue to be racist and continue to teach their children to be racist. It's the same thing with homophobia, excuse me. But like people are homophobic, they teach their kids to be homophobic, and that's how like we have to stop these cycles and acknowledge all of it as inequality and not just, well, race is bigger.
Yeah.